Hi guys, it's the weekly tarot card for the week commencing Monday the 17th of June 2019, and I've got a new background that I'm going to use for some of the summer and I'm quite happy with it. Thought it was more floral, but it is quite nice. So I think the main flowers are behind my head. No, they're not, that's fine. Anyway, here we go. This is the Eight of Wands in the Rorig deck. Absolutely beautiful card. You've got the two heads, male, female, and you've got the aspect of the white lines going from third eye to third eye, and the wands. It's just a very beautiful card, especially the way that their eyes are pure white. So, Eight of Wands. What does it mean in general for all of us? It's quick. It's going to be a quick week. It's going to be a week where you have to think on your feet, where you have to take decisions very, very quickly. And if you're not up for that, you may get it wrong. So it's important that you go into the week ahead with a degree of, right, I need to be alert this week. So you need to maybe prepare your sleep patterns for it. You need to have good nutrition, lots of coffee. I don't, that's my version of it, but you'll basically need to be on the alert because decisions that have to be made will not be given much time. And although this is a very good card to me in the world at the moment, it could make us feel a wee bit more chaotic, if there's a decision coming this way, a decision coming that way, and there's rapid communication going on. And we're all sitting going, what's going on? That's unfortunately that card, but it normally brings good movement in a direction that, although is coming quicker than we want, is actually all part and parcel of a positive flow. So we'll have to see how that one does with the world in the week ahead. But I do like it. I do like it because very clear communication can come from it, and that's between governments and between the heads of government, etc. And a lot of things can be listened to or got when someone maybe hasn't seen what they need to see and then suddenly they get it at gut level, when they're like, I didn't know that happened. I need to fight for that now. So there's that sort of aspect as well of simply getting something quickly, simply because you're meant to. So yeah, I've always liked the Rorig version of the Eight of Wands because it just gives this feeling of things are moving forward again, and I love that with my writing and various things that have to be done for the summer. Let's look at various different areas of life with it. Again, I'll give you another wee visual so that you can see just how beautiful it is. Again, in career, things could move very quickly in the week ahead. You could find that something that hadn't worked for you comes right back round again and begins to work for you again. Again, you'll need to be on your sort of most active brain, ready to make decisions there and then, not just necessarily for yourself, but for a team as such. So I'm watching Nelly going in that cupboard again. Nelly, out, go, settle down, go on. Anyway, so Nelly, this girl is driving me nuts today. Go on, settle down. Anyway, so in career, you could be fast tracking yourself to the place you want to be, or you could be being fast tracked, put it that way. What I also like about this is that you can feel at times that there's a lot of pressure on, but the week will go incredibly quickly. So you'll be at next weekend before you think, oh, that was a quick week. And quick weeks can be good, particularly if there's a lot going on and you're needing a break. So I do like it as a career card, and remember it brings communication and good communication skills between people, and it encourages you to step up and say, no, that was my idea, not his, or, you know, I'm not being a wallflower anymore. So in career, yeah, it's a very good one. If we look at health, again, it can make us feel brighter, faster, more alert. And that's good, particularly for people that maybe have felt quite low with depression or the exhaustion that comes with things like fibromyalgia and autoimmune diseases. This gives you a sense of, yep, I've got a wee bit of energy here. And the thing is to use that energy well, to use it to see, you know, friends and family, and to do the wee things that you're meant to do or want to do, but don't overdo it. My problem with this card is I see it as a green light for going, right, I'm going to write 6,000 words this week, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And sometimes that can leave me disappointed because I use up all that good energy by 2 days into it. And those of you out there that are in similar situations will know exactly what I mean. And it's important we don't. So enjoy a better health week with more alertness, more energy, a sense of more mobility of thought. But don't use it all up in the first 2 days. Listen, my friend Hazel, she works with spoons, how many spoons she's got. Yeah, I like that. I like that. She's only got a certain amount of spoons every day, and she uses up the spoons, and she knows she's got no spoons left. And it's quite, I find it a really good sort of thing to. Well, I've tried, but I never have enough spoons. But yeah, I'll see if I can maybe get a link to the spoon theory or something that people with fibromyalgia are meant to use. So if we look at relationships, well, I see this card as the potential for a soulmate to come. Someone that you connect with at the third eye and ancient level. Karmic partners, soulmates. All these things can happen on this card, and it's on the turn of a sigh. It's like 1 minute your life's this way, and the next minute it's totally different, because you've come into the orbit of that special person. Or you may have been in the orbit of that special person for a while, but not actually clicked as to maybe why you were arguing with them, or why you felt this deep kind of, didn't know what you felt, but there was something quite intense there. That's that card. And it could well be not just a karmic connection, a karmic soul tribe connection, which are always good to have anyway, but could be your soulmate. I like the idea also of Anam Cara, which is soul friends, and I found that this certainly was there when my soulmate came into my life, but it's also been there on occasion for soul friends, people that come into my life that I've, you know, years and years down the line, we still know one another inside out and know what the other one's thinking. So it's a good time to find that special relationship, and it's a good time for soul bond and soul tribe friendships as well. If you don't know what that is, there's a video on the channel called How to Find Your Soul Tribe, and I'll see if I can link that up here somewhere. That way, and you can click on that. Right, if you have a partner, this is the card of needing to communicate well, and also for things moving forward rapidly. So there could be a lot of marriages this week, you know, the things that take a relationship from this level to quickly to the next level. And I also, this is one of the, there's two cards in the deck that I represent, that represent twins to me. One is this, the sun, and the other one is this one, not in other decks but in Rodig, simply because of the connection of the two faces. I am very visual with the cards. It's like, oh, I see that. That's what it means to me. So, and that's probably one of the best ways to read the cards, to be honest, because then they become personal to you. So those of you that are in relationships or going into a relationship this week, watch for just be careful, because there could be pregnancies and there could be twin pregnancies. So I'll just throw that one in. What else? Finances. This can be a really good one for particularly people that are working in the stock markets, have to make very quick decisions to either save money or try and get rid of things or whatever. It's not insider dealing, I don't mean that in any way, but it certainly is, at that level, it could mean that the world markets are very, very up and down and all over the place, and that people are having to make quick decisions as to what to do. So that might affect us as well, but those people will find that they're extra alert, maybe not sleeping at all, which isn't good. But I'll see this card as part of that type of job, in the sort of cities, etc. Anyway, finances worldwide could be affected by markets, okay, going up and down, fluctuating, and people having to make quick choices. From the basic financial sort of day-to-day stuff, it means just having to communicate about your finances. If you've got an idea or you're wanting to buy something, this card always says, going to talk to someone first might not be the bargain you think. On the other hand, because of the hastiness of this card, it can mean that you see the best bargain ever and you just know that you have to buy it. That's different. But in general, those situations don't come along very often. If they do, you kind of know it. You know that that's a 1 in a million deal and just get it. But it is a 1 in a million. Most of the time, if I want something, I tend to leave it like on the screen and talk to myself for a day. And then maybe talk to Jim about it. But it's about having the conversation with others, or at least yourself, for a little bit of time. And this card, if we look at it spiritually, is very much people being very telepathic with one another, which is interesting because there's a weekly there's a psychic development exercise coming up on Sunday, I believe, and it's an exercise that could be enhancing the psychic skill of clairvoyance, but the thing that I'm thinking about and working with you could maybe get through telepathy as well, and I'm interested to find how you feel that you got it. So spiritually, it's maybe a time to focus on clairvoyance, third eye work, and also maybe seeing how telepathic you can be with soul friends or soul tribe. It's not necessarily going to work with someone that's not in your soul tribe. So yes, you can see we're not meant to have favourites on the deck, and I do have a few favourites, and that's one of them, but only in the Rorig deck. In the other decks, it's got more of a feel to it, like, oh my god, everything's coming at me. Whereas in this deck, it's more about communication. And you want to say hello? Come on then. Nell's determined to either be up here or in the cupboard, aren't you? You going to say hello? Look right here on the screen. For your fans. Say hello, Nell. Look, Nell. Yeah. I know, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Oh, Nell. What do you like? Right, go and settle down now. Oh. So that's it for the week ahead. And Nell, get out the cupboard. Enough. Anyway. I love you and leave you. I enjoyed this week, and I've got more coming, and I really do like the weekly tarot card. I missed it when I was off because I didn't have my own guidance on it, and I like it too. So let's see what we can make of this card's influence, and let's see how we can benefit from it. So quick, off you go. Many blessings now.